Hello everybody and welcome back to Don Riggs Hurricane Gym here on the campus of Jonesboro High School. We're here at Barry Pruitt Court. Andy Manus and Wes Cisco here with you to bring the third game of the Barry Pruitt Hurricane Classic in our coverage this weekend. Third of 8. And this game hopefully going to be just as exciting as the last one. The final score 51-50. Southside defeating Westside. Now we've got Jonesboro hosting Pine Bluff, and you see Jonesboro coming into the year 1-0, or coming into this game rather 1-0 on the year. The Zebras 2-0 on the year and playing for a state championship right now in football.
Yeah, they just kicked off on it with their football, and we just want to make mention before we went on the air for this game. There was a moment of silence for a long-time Hurricane supporter Ben Overman, who passed away earlier today. He was a huge fan and booster of the Hurricane. Our thoughts and prayers go out to the Overman family.
Starting lineups tonight for the Pine Bluff Zebras. Number 2, Caleb Higgins. Number 5, Kendrick Thorne. Number 10, Justin Tiller. Number 11, Darius Morris. And number 23, Harris Martin. For the home team, Coach Wes Swift and the Jonesboro Hurricane. Number 1, Tony Hudson. Number 3, and future Arkansas Razorback, Desi Sills. Number 11, Blayton Williams. Number 25, they call him the quarterback, A.J. Aycock. And number 35, Kyle Moore. And of course, it does go needless to say without mentioning Jonesboro, the reigning state champions. Taking a look at our bracket here from the Hurricane Classic, you see that Blytheville's going to be taking on Southside.
And for the 5th place, Lighthouse is going to take on Westside for 7th, and this is the first of our 2 semifinal matches.
Yeah, Jonesboro and Pine Bluff about to go at it. And you see the next game immediately following this one will be the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats versus the Springdale Harper, just plain old Wildcats.
Yeah.
I don't want to be offensive to them or anything, but they don't have charging in front of them. I'm not sure what to do. So, of course, Jonesboro ready to open the roof, as they say here in Don Riggs Hurricane Gym. The student section is, it's packed right now, guys.
The dog pound is in the house.
Not very much breathing room going on over there in the student section for JHS. They're decked out in their white and black jerseys with gold trim. Pine Bluff in their black jerseys with red trim, maroon trim, I should say. And here we go, folks. Pine Bluff will control the opening tip, and it'll go out of bounds, actually.
And so it'll go over to the Hurricane.
Yeah. Jonesboro will take it out on their end of the floor with Tony Hudson. Hudson, Sills, Aycock, Moore, and Williams. Starting 5 for Coach Wes Swift. Right now, Desi Sills works it around to Aycock. Now here's a baseline drive and a quick score from Tony Hudson. You ever watch the Jonesboro game? This is how they play. Quick as lightning. You got no time to look away.
And nobody picked up Hudson.
So Caleb Higgins with it. 3-point shot on the way for Pine Bluff. Off the mark, Aycock coming down with the rebound. Thorne on the shot for the Zebras. Can't drop it in, and Hudson will bring it up the floor across the timeline. 3-point shot on the way. Hudson off the mark. Long rebound. Chasing it down. It goes to Sills. Sills trying to split the defenders there off the long rebound. And I think they'll have to take it out underneath their basket. Foul goes against the Zebras. It'll go on Caleb Higgins. Take a look at that long rebound. And right there's the hack on the right arm from number 2 in black there. Inbound goes to Sills. Sills into Aycock. Aycock thought about taking it up. Now he does. Can't finish. Can't get the friendly roll. And Pine Bluff will now take it the other way. Still in the opening minute. Now with actually a minute gone by here in tonight's ball game. Spin and a head fake. That's Harris Martin, and Martin going to get called for the 5-second rule. Had the defender draped all over him and didn't make a move with the ball, and this place erupts. It's gotten much louder in here. I thought it was pretty loud when the Jonesboro West Side crew was in the house, but certainly a little bit more decibels going on in here.
You had the dog pound there helping out with that 5 count.
Dish off to Sills. Sills with an acrobatic up and under.
Not a very good shot selection by Sills.
Aycock nearly comes up with a steal there. 3-point shot off the front iron. No good. 3-on-2 going the other way. Jonesboro with numbers. Here's Hudson. Hudson fouled as he takes it up by Kendrick Thorne. Thorne picking up his first, and that'll be the second team foul on the Zebras here in the early going. Hudson will go to the free throw line. Still got the only 2 points here in the first 2 minutes of tonight's game.
Officials for tonight's game, Mr. Curtis Tate, Mr. Floyd Shivers, and Mr. Robert Frazier.
First free throw off the mark. There's this quick fast break attempt there, and then there's the hack by Thorne.
Coach Anderson was in the house last night to watch Desi Seals. He's getting ready now to fly to Houston to play the Cougars tomorrow night.
Hudson will hit his second free throw. Goes 1 for 2, 3-0 lead. Jonesboro trying to force a turnover in the backcourt. Zebras get it ahead to the front court. Another 3-point attempt is off the mark. And Jonesboro coming down with another board. Kyle Moore going up to get that one. There's a quick dish from Hudson on the other side of the lane to Blayton Williams. Williams will go to the free throw line after dropping in the layup. What a beautiful dish off there from Hudson to Williams. Just whoop, real quick. One hand over the shoulder of the defender, and then the friendly roll for Blayton Williams. Foul is going to go against Justin Tiller. That's number 1 on him. 3rd personal on the Zebras here in the first half. The lead will stay at 5 for Jonesboro for right now as Blayton misses his and 1 opportunity, and Jonesboro goes back to a little bit of a full court press here. They force another turnover. Kyle Moore goes up to get that one. Now 2-on-2. It's Hudson and Sills. Sills for 3. Off the mark. Aycock can't get it. Zebras taking it the other way. Here's Higgins pushing it up the floor for Thorne. Thorne sidesteps a defender. Right-handed floater. Beautiful move there in the lane by Kendrick Thorne.
And they finally got the lid off the bucket to score, and they're only down by 3 now.
And that might be the only thing that this 7A squad needs is just their first basket of the night to get that confidence going, and that's a beautiful way to get things started there by Kendrick Thorne.
The Zebras are in their road black with red cardinal trim.
Hudson with a little hesitation move there, tried to fake the dish and take it up, missed the shot, into the front court for the Zebras.
And 1.
Shot at the basket will fall for Harris Martin. As Wes said, he'll also go to the free throw line, and there's a chorus of boos from the dog pound. Wes, I think I'm probably going to have more fun calling this game than I think I've ever had calling. I haven't got to call a whole lot of Jonesboro games in my time, and every one that I've ever called I've loved because of the speed of it. I don't know that I've ever been in this type of atmosphere, though, with Jonesboro around. Martin will hit his and 1 and tie it up at 5.
Aycock was charged with that foul, with a blocking foul.
Sills off the pivot. Left-handed floater, no good. Little baby hook there from Sills. Had the space he wanted, just couldn't drop it in. Now the other way with the Zebras. Full head of steam there for Thorne, and he ran right into Desi Sills.
He's going to call out of bounds. And actually, that probably could have been a blocking foul on Sills because he wasn't set yet.
He was leaning back.
He was leaning back. That's a good job there.
J.G. Stafford checking into the game for A.J. Aycock. So Stafford's first time in the game tonight. Zebras trying to inbound it, having a hard time getting it in. Now they finally get it out to Higgins. Higgins wants to drive with it. Off-balance floater, no good. Rebound goes to Hudson. Sells with a hop step. Over to Williams. Williams drives, finishes on the right side.
And that was all set up by Desi Sills right there. That's a good look at not trying to force a shot and to find the open man. And a good job by Williams to get that jumper down.
Second lead change of the night. Both in favor of Jonesboro. Thorne drives, baseline. Going the other way now. 2-on-2, Sills with a nice dish off and a flush through from Kyle Moore.
And again, all set up by Desi Sills. They have to respect him, and he's just dishing to the open man and getting the open layup.
Yeah, 2 assists now for Desi Sills, I'll credit him with. Hard to keep up with those in a fast-paced game, but we'll see if we can do it.
And there's going to be an offensive foul.
And a charge called on the Zebras, and that one is going to go against Justin Tiller. Oh, beg your pardon, Harris Martin. I was looking at the wrong name there. Martin will pick up his first, and that is the 4th team foul here on the Zebras in the first half. 3:43 left to play here in the first quarter. Just a 4-point ball game, 9-4. Both teams still very much feeling each other out, and you can tell. There's Hudson on the drive. He lost the handles on it, and it's going to be Tiller that comes up with it.
There's a couple of substitutions for the Zebras.
Step back now, Leaner. Higgins can't hit. A whistle blown on the baseline.
And I think it's going to be against the Hurricane. It's going to be on J.G. Stafford on the rebound.
And will be his first. Colton Rogers checking into the game for Jonesboro for Kyle Moore. Leaning back is Thorne. Shot's no good. Williams chases down the rebound for the Hurricane. Here's Hudson. Hudson leaning against the defender. Shot is blocked right back in his face. Goes out of bounds on the baseline, and it'll stay here with Jonesboro. But what an athletic jump!
Out of here, and that was by Kazarian Washington, who just checked in the ball game, along with Deadrian White for the Pine Bluff Zebras.
Inbound goes to Sills. Sills on the pivot.
Oh, that was a good shot by Sills, just didn't go.
Yeah, great shot by Sills, just could not finish it off.
And then Colton Rogers called for a push foul.
First on him. 2 more quick subs coming to the game. Danny Boykins and Lamar Washington checking in. So Higgins with it, gives it to Tiller. Now back to Higgins. Now they push it up for Adrian White. White trapped at the timeline. Gets it away to Higgins. Now on the baseline. There's a drive. Lost the handles on it. Chasing it down. Goes with Jonesboro. Behind the back for Sills. 3-on-3. Dish off in the corner. Tipped out of bounds by Kendrick Thorne. That would have been one of the prettier assists we might have ever seen here on Tubetown, with Sills taking it up the floor like that, weaving his way through traffic.
But you got to give it to Kendrick Thorne there for a hustle play.
Shot on the right side from Lamar. Washington is off the mark, and a jump ball called, trying to fight for that rebound.
And the Zebras will gain control.
Kazarian Washington, one of the taller players out there on the floor for either team, and now he's snowbirding down here at this end of the floor, and Coach Swift says, hey, don't forget the big tall guy down here underneath the basket. 2:20 left to play in the first. 4-point ball game in favor of Jonesboro.
Neither have scored in about a minute or so now.
I'm going to say home crowd is in full effect. There's a 3-pointer by Kendrick Thorne that will quiet them down just a bit. He's got 5 points now here in the first, and now it's a 1-point ball game. Into the front court. Lamar Washington with it.
Got away with the foul there.
Drives. Shot's no good, and Rogers can't pull in the offensive board. Pushing it ahead now.
Tiller did a while ago, got away with the foul.
There's a one-handed floater. Off the mark, going the other way now. Here's Jonesboro, 1-on-3 opportunity. Make that 1-on-2. There's a 3-point attempt. Nothing but net. J.G. Stafford dropped it in a triple from the corner pocket. And now the lead back up to 4.
That was a good job by Jonesboro to look and see who the open man is.
Good job by the Zebras there, getting through the defense. A no-look pass, corner pocket. And how about that? Justin Tiller answering the call. Back to a 1-point game.
I think this could be just like what we had earlier in the 4A. This could be a 6A state matchup as well. And we got traveling there by the Hurricane. That's going to be a turnover.
Yeah, Danny Boykins picked up his pivot foot there. And now Tony Hudson's getting ready to check back in the ball game for Jonesboro. He'll check in for Desi Sills. Also checking in for the Zebras, Tyler Reynolds. Number 22, he'll inbound it, and now he'll get it back, takes it on the baseline. Now he's trapped right at the timeline. He's got no help. Tried to get it away, and a timeout was called by Coach Billy Dixon of the Zebras. Just a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here. 12-11, tight ball game with 1:01 left to play here in the first quarter.
Good job by calling that timeout, because if you saw right there, there was a could have been a turnover, but the coach had already asked for the timeout and was granted for the 30-second timeout. So they're going to keep possession, just down 1 to the Hurricane.
Both teams kind of spreading it around as far as scoring goes. 3 points for Tony Hudson from Jonesboro, 4 for Blayton Williams, 2 for Kyle Moore, and a triple for J.G. Stafford, which he just dropped in a minute ago. On the other side of the score sheet, 5 points for Kendrick Thornton, 3 points for Justin Tiller, and 3 points for Harris Martin. Again, it's a 1-point ball game, as you see. 12-11, Jonesboro leading. And again, 1:01 left to play here in the first quarter. Getting up some perspiration here on the here in the back court for Pine Bluff as they get ready to inbound it with Justin Tiller. Tiller gets it into Higgins, and now under a minute left to play. Jonesboro again playing that half-court trap defense. Reynolds in, gets it back to Higgins. Higgins directing traffic now with his right hand. Trying to set a screen to get Reynolds open on the far elbow. There he is at the top of the key.
And the Zebras can be patient here. They don't have to rush anything.
Kazarian Washington wants to work that pivot step now, leaning against the defender, doesn't get the friendly roll. But it'll go out of bounds. It'll stay right here with Pine Bluff. Last touch by a Hurricane. The dog pound not too happy about that. Again, the chorus of boos come.
I don't think anything that's whistled against the Hurricane, the dog pound's going to be unhappy.
No, of course not. Of course not. 25 seconds remaining in the first. Dish off down low to Washington. He can't hang on to it. Jonesboro trying to save it. And I think Pine Bluff gets called for a push.
Yeah.
Kazarian Washington right there on the baseline, draped over one of the Hurricanes. I think that might have been Danny Boykins in there who was saving that from going out of bounds. Here in the front court, Jonesboro with it, nearly lost it. Here's Lamar Washington driving. He'll just lay it up. I don't know how he got through the defense, but he did.
But nobody picked him up once he got past the first person.
Back to a 3-point ball game, 14-11, 2 seconds left. Here's Higgins driving, baseline shot, no good, and we're headed to the second quarter, folks. Woo, catch your breath, go ahead and take a drink, buckle your seatbelt up, and let's get ready for the second quarter. Jonesboro and Pine Bluff, 14-11 is your score. Hurricane with a 3-point lead headed to the second quarter.
The Booster Club has a great silent auction going on down here.
Look past corner.
Kick off the holiday season on Tubetown. Hubbard and Hope Furniture present live coverage of the 2017 Greater Blytheville Area Chamber of Commerce Christmas Parade. Tune in December 7th at 6:30 p.m. and watch the parade live on Tubetown Channel 21 or on the Tubetown Facebook page. Don't miss the exclusive coverage of the 2017 Greater Blytheville Area Chamber of Commerce Christmas Parade presented by Hubbard and Hope Furniture and sponsored in part by these local businesses.
Andy Maness and West Cisco welcome you back to Don Riggs Hurricane Gym and Barry Pruitt Court for the Barry Pruitt Hurricane Classic. And the Hurricane with a 3-point lead to start the second quarter versus the Pine Bluff Zebras. A 6A, 7A rivalry here kind of between these two teams. It's not really much of a rivalry, but honestly, if these two teams played each other more, it could be.
Well, they will see each other in the 6A East district tournament also. After the blended conference stuff is over, they have to play for seeding in the district tournament.
So kind of getting a preview here of what we might get to see later on in the year. And so far it has been a tight one all the way through. We've had 2 lead changes, 1 tie ball game other than 0-0, of course. As we get ready to start the second quarter, 14-11. Blayton Williams, the leading scorer for the Hurricane. Kendrick Thorne, the leading scorer for the Zebras. Hudson with it, will give it to Kyle Moore. He works it around to Aycock. Aycock falls down to the court. And a jump ball called.
Tie up. Trying to see who all was
There
up
was a
there.
couple of black jerseys started streaking down the floor there. They thought they were going to get out on a fast break, and Aycock was able to hang on to it, but the possession arrow will give it to the Zebras. So now they'll bring it up the floor here in the first 15 seconds of the second quarter. Higgins, Tiller. Also got Harris Martin back in there for the Zebras. He's at the top of the key. Nearly threw it away. Sills got a fingertip on it. It'll go out of bounds. It'll stay here with the Zebras. Kazarian Washington's in the low post there. Inbound stolen away by Jonesboro. And now
Just hand it right to him.
he virtually did. Wide open look at the basket for Hudson, and Hudson had it rejected back in his face by Harris Martin. There's a shot from just inside the three-point line, off the mark, and a foul is going to go against Harris Martin.
They're actually calling a travel because he came down, and when he came down, if you look, there's on the other replay.
This is the block from Martin moments ago.
That was a great block. But when Martin came down with the ball right here, he went ahead and fell to the ground and got the travel. Right there. Nobody, they wanted to foul, but no one was around.
Here on this end of the floor, Aycock nearly had his pocket picked. The ball does go out of bounds, and it'll go the other way. Last touch by the Hurricanes. So Pine Bluff forcing a turnover there. Aycock was just trying to hand it off there to Tony Hudson, and one of the Zebras got a hand on it.
Thorne comes back into the game for the Zebras.
Again, he's their leading scorer with 5 points there in that first quarter, including a triple. Here's Tiller with it. Gets it over to Thorne. Thorne, Tiller, Martin, Washington. Out on the floor alongside Higgins. The shot's no good. Sills comes down with the board for Jonesboro. 3-on-2 into the front court.
Oh,
hop
nice.
Step, feed down to Moore, and he'll flush it home.
And you got to give the assist right there to Sills again. Great court awareness by Desi Sills.
There's Higgins trying to take it coast to coast. Off the mark. Moore comes down with the rebound. And I think he got fouled. Take another look.
Watch this look here by Sills.
Fake the three. Hot feed down low to Moore, and Moore with the hard slam home.
And after Higgins couldn't get that shot, he picked up a foul. So he's got 2 now for the Zebras.
Hudson off the screen for Moore. Leaves it with Sills in the corner. Sills wants to spin. Splits through defenders.
Got it.
Made the contact. No foul call, but Sills with the acrobatic finish with his first bucket of the ball game. 7-point lead now for Jonesboro, 18-11.
And the hog call goes from the dog pound every time Sills makes one.
4-0 run here for Jonesboro since the second quarter started. A little hop shot from Caleb Higgins in front of the basket is off the mark, and now Tony Hudson will bring it up the floor once again for Jonesboro.
The Zebras have gone cold.
Hudson with the acrobatic finish. He said, hey, Desi, I can do it too, man. Splits the defenders and hits the underhanded finger roll.
And they're trying to call, the coach is trying to call timeout, but none of his players are calling it. And there's the timeout, finally.
Coach Dixon, I think you're right. He definitely wanted it.
And it's going to be a full timeout.
He wants to talk some things over with his team. 20-11 is your score. Again, a 6-0 start for Jonesboro to start the second quarter. We're back with more right after this.
Introducing Ritter Home Security. Ritter takes care of protecting what's most important to you, from threats like unwelcome visitors and fire, to making your life easier by putting the control of your home at your fingertips. Use the free app to shut the garage, lock the door, turn off lights, arm the system, and more. You can even turn back the thermostat to help save money on your energy bill. Plus, get a snapshot when your kids get home. It's smart, beautiful, convenient, and ready for your busy life. Ritter Home Security.
Andy Maness and West Cisco back here with you at Don Riggs Hurricane Gym and Barry Pruitt Court. In the second quarter, 20-11 is your score. Pine Bluff trailing by 9 to Coach Swift and the Jonesboro Hurricane.
And for any of you Zebra fans out there watching on Facebook Live, I've got a a updated score for you on the gridiron. It's 17-7 Greenwood over Pine Bluff in the first quarter.
Ooh. So not faring too well on the gridiron. Trailing by 9 here on the hardwood in the second quarter to Jonesboro. After the Billy Dixon timeout, Pine Bluff with the basketball. Martin into Thorne. Back to Martin. Now Higgins with it on the far sideline. Trying to find somebody open to come and get the ball. Now Harris Martin with it from the left elbow. Step back three-pointer blocked. Kyle Moore got a fingertip on that. Williams pushes it ahead to Sills. Sills with the ball fake gets called for the travel. And now coming into the game is Darius Morris, one of the starters for the Zebras. He'll come in for Harris Martin. And they'll let Caleb Higgins bring it up the floor across the Giant J at midcourt. Tiller over to Morris. Now back up to Higgins. Trying to lob it into Kazarian Washington. It goes out. Blayton Williams saved it, and he saves it once again. Hudson for Sills. Wide open three-pointer. Off the mark. Long rebound. Kazarian Washington comes up with it, and they're going to get Aycock with a reach-in. Number 2 on A.J. Aycock. So substitutions coming in for Kyle Moore. J.G. Stafford checking into the game, as is Lamar Washington. So Aycock and Moore coming to the bench. Stafford, Washington, Sills, Rogers out on the floor.
This Hurricane defense right now is just stifling the Zebras. Now, I don't know how many basketball players they have playing football right now. So that may be part of it. I'm not 100% sure. There's
a nice look there by Kazarian Washington. Got the defender in the air and able to score the easy one from there.
Took the head fake, and people stay on the ground, and there's going to be a blocking foul.
Yeah, good defense, though, there by Caleb Higgins. I mean, you know, that's the kind of foul you want to see.
That's his third foul. 17, 1-and-1.
Yeah, it will be a 1-and-1 opportunity coming up for Jonesboro. Sills headed to the free throw line. It'll be his first trip. Pine Bluff's done a good job of keeping him quiet tonight. Just 2 points so far for the future Razorback with 3:42 left to play here in the second quarter. He is headed to the free throw line, getting ready to shoot a 1-and-1. First one will drop in. Now 3 points here in the ball game for him. 21-13. Now the score back up to an 8-point lead.
And I believe he's going to check out. I think Tony Hudson's going to come in for him after this free throw.
You are correct. Hudson back into the game. Hudson with 5 points. Sills checks out now with 4 here in the first half. 9-point ball game. This has matched the biggest lead for Jonesboro on the night. Blayton Williams comes up to force the trap, nearly forces a turnover. They get it away to Morris. Morris now on the baseline. They'll kick it back out for Thorne.
I don't know what they're saying over there. Coach Swift is in Sills' face right now. They're having a little conversation on the sideline.
It does look a little bit heated as well. Not necessarily heated, but animated, I should say.
He's getting some coaching.
There's Thorne trying to drive off the screen. There's the drive from the left elbow on the baseline, and that'll be a charge. Great job by Colton Rogers setting his feet there, and Justin Tiller is going to pick up number 2. And now Sills finishes up his conversation with Coach Swift, and he's headed back into the game. Tony Hudson will check back out.
He never sat down. They stood there and talked the whole time, and then right there he just checked him back in.
Yeah, so definitely getting some last second coaching in there. Williams has his pass tip, nearly turned over. Here's Sills saving it, over the shoulder pass, and the finish on the right side for Lamar Washington. And how about that, Desi Sills with probably assist number 5 tonight. trying to force another turnover with the trap in the corner, but the Zebras are going to work it back to the top of the key. They avoid the trap. Wes, you said it a minute ago, this defense has been stifling. There's a shot from the free throw line that will drop in for Kendrick Thorne.
You know, kids nowadays, all they want to see is how many points they have. But right now, you look at Seals. He's got 4 points, 5 assists. Those 5 assists equal 10 points.
That's right. You get a lot of teammate points for that. There's the drive from Washington that will result in the ball going out of bounds. He put up a shot, but couldn't find the mark. Ball stays here underneath the Jonesboro basket with the Hurricane Seals to inbound it. Out high to Washington, now over to Stafford. Stafford at center circle, driving around the defender. Washington skip pass now on the right elbow for Williams. Williams with a hop step in the paint will score off the glass. Pretty move from Blayton Williams for his 6th point of the night. Zebras taking no time to move it into the front court. There's a 2-point shot, straddling the 3-point line, off the mark. Sills trying to go behind the back, lost his handle, still able to put up a shot from about 7 feet out and score.
The Pine Bluff defenders were thinking he had lost it, and they were going after the ball. He got sticky hands on it, and then got the jump shot.
This has been a 14-4 quarter for Jonesboro over Pine Bluff. There's a deep 3-point shot from Thorne, and it goes right into the hands of Sills. Sills with a head fake and a score off the left side. That was beautiful as well.
We were just talking about how unselfish he was and all that, and now all of a sudden back-to-back buckets, and he is up to 8 points.
Yeah, he bypassed the open 3-point shooter in the corner there and decided to take it through the trees himself. 15-point lead for Jonesboro, their biggest of the night. Under a minute left to play, and a foul called on the shot.
And that's going to be on...
That'll be on Sills. That's Desi's first of the night, and Tony Hudson checking back in. Colton Rogers checking out. Blayton Williams checking out as well. Oh, and Hudson picked his pocket. Great job there by Tony Hudson. Coming up with the steal. Foul is going to go on Dontarius Brown.
See right there, that was just a nice pickpocket there by Hudson. And he's
timed the dribble perfectly.
Yeah, and he's going to go for a 1-and-1 here.
Second trip to the free throw line here for Tony Hudson. He's now 2 for 3. Give him 6 points on the night. Trying to make it a 17-point lead, and he does.
And you wondered about the Hurricane after losing a couple of key players last year, if they could keep up the intensity and get the keep the winning streak going. But right now, they look like the Hurricane of last year that went undefeated.
It doesn't look like they took a day off. It does not look like they took a single day off during the offseason, and they are picking up right where they left off last year. Just completely dominant. There's Sills with some fancy moves inside the 3-point line. Shots off the mark on the kick out. And Kyle Moore able to get the putback, but a foul is going to be called against Jonesboro, and it's going to go on Kyle Moore. It'll push from behind there. First one for Moore. He's going to head back to the bench, and A.J. Aycock will take his place. Zebras into the front court with Darius Morris. Skip pass now down low for Kazarius Washington. Washington pivots, turns, working against Aycock. Will find the backboard and put that one in. Kazarian Washington now with 4 points in the quarter.
That was a great job by A.J. Aycock also to keep his ground and not pick up foul number 3 late here in the second quarter.
Sills behind his back goes around the defender. He has got some handles. He is unbelievably quick out here. Pull up 3-pointer from deep, off the mark, at the buzzer. And the two teams will now head to the locker rooms. Great second quarter for Coach Wes Swift and the Jonesboro Hurricane. They now lead the Pine Bluff Zebras 32-17. A big scoring output from that man right there, Desi Sills, the future Razorback. 8 points in the quarter for him, 8 in the game. And again, his team up big at the halftime break. We're back with some halftime
With so
stats
many
for you
great
after
mega
this.
services available from Ritter Communications, it's hard to pick just one. Save a bundle with bundled services. Talk as much as you want, when you want, with unlimited long distance. Get the speed you need with up to 15, 30, 50, and even 100 megabits per second internet. Enjoy online bill pay and protect all your online data and devices with Tech Home and Guardware. With so many choices, options, and savings from Ritter, all you can say is, wow! Mega services, mega savings. That's Mega Ritter.
Come out and see the largest lighting display in the Mid-South at Lights of the Delta. Over 6 million lights and 48 major motion displays span a 40-acre drive-through site. Lights of the Delta is open Sunday through Thursday from 5:30 until 9 p.m. and 5:30 until 10 p.m. on Fridays and Saturdays through December 27th. For more information, visit our website, lightsofthedelta.com. Don't miss Lights of the Delta through December 27th.
Introducing Ritter's new whole home DVR solution, the better way to watch TV. Record up to 6 of your favorite programs at the same time. And watch them in up to 5 different rooms throughout your home. Manage your recordings, set parental controls, and more from your smartphone or tablet from the free Follow Me TV app. The best part, equipment starts at only $25 per month when added to an existing TV package. We just revolutionized the way you watch TV. Ritter Communications, right by you.
The holidays are about staying in touch with family, friends, the holiday spirit. Ritter Communications keeps you in touch with fast, reliable internet to power holiday fun on all your family's devices. Connect with newly launched speeds up to 100 meg, backed by friendly local service. This holiday season, stay in touch with a broadband upgrade from Ritter Communications. Always right by you.
Until you've seen how fast it really is, some people's reaction to Ritter's 100 megabit internet might be like, 100 mega, huh? Here's how we describe it. Mega beautiful, mega fast, mega blast, mega party, mega Ritter. There's no end to your online possibilities with up to 100 meg internet speeds. In a word, that means mega fun. If you're not getting your high-speed internet from Ritter, you should. Call 888-336-4466 today. Only from Ritter Communications, right by you.
For your smartphones, tablets, phablets. For the browsers you carry in your trousers. Wowzers! For your big screens and small screens, short screens and tall screens, get speed that screams. From the top of your desk to the palm of your hand, it's the fastest internet speed in the land.
There's no end to your online possibilities with up to 100 meg internet speeds. If you're not getting your internet from Ritter, you should. Call 888-336-4466 today. Ritter Communications, right by you.
Kick off the holiday season on Tubetown. Hubbard and Hope Furniture present live coverage of the 2017 Greater Blytheville Area Chamber of Commerce Christmas Parade. Tune in December 7th at 6:30 p.m. and watch the parade live on Tubetown Channel 21 or on the Tubetown Facebook page. Don't miss the exclusive coverage of the 2017 Greater Blytheville Area Chamber of Commerce Christmas Parade presented by Hubbard and Hope Furniture and sponsored in part by these local businesses.
With so many great mega services available from Ritter Communications, it's hard to pick just one. Save a bundle with bundled services. Talk as much as you want, when you want, with unlimited long distance. Get the speed you need with up to 15, 30, 50, and even 100 megabits per second internet. Enjoy online bill pay and protect all your online data and devices with Tech Home and Guardware. With so many choices, options, and savings from Ritter, all you can say is, wow! Mega services, mega savings. That's Mega Ritter.
Come out and see the largest lighting display in the Mid-South at Lights of the Delta.
Welcome back to Don Riggs Hurricane Gym. Barry Pruitt Court for the Barry Pruitt Hurricane Classic. Andy Manus and Wes Cisco here with you at halftime of game number 3 of 4 on this Friday evening. Jonesboro leading the Pine Bluff Zebras by a score of 32-17. Wes, this is a game that started out 14-11 after the first quarter, and Jonesboro coming out of the huddle in the second quarter, firing, holding the Zebras to just 6 points in that second quarter, and scoring 18 points for themselves.
Yeah, and what we talked about earlier during the game, the stifling defense. They come out, they cause more pressure, and that's exactly what happened here. As we see the halftime stats, the Zebras only shooting 29% and they only went to the free throw line one time, while the Hurricane are shooting 46% from the field, and they've got 71% from the free throw line. 8 turnovers for the Zebras, only 4 for the Hurricane.
Looking at scoring for the Jonesboro Hurricane, they're led by future Razorback Desi Sills, 8 points, all coming in the second quarter. 7 points for Tony Hudson, 4 apiece for Kyle Moore and Lamar Washington, 6 for Blayton Williams, and a triple for J.G. Stafford. For the Pine Bluff Zebras, 7 points from starter Kendrick Thorne, Kazarian Washington off of the bench, contributing 4 points in the second quarter, and 3 points apiece for Justin Tiller and Harris Martin. That makes up their 17 for the first half. Again, the score after the first 2 quarters, 32-17. Still 2 more quarters left to play. Coach Billy Dixon and his squad kind of got their work cut out for them here in this next half. So that's coming up next here on game number 3 of the Barry Pruitt Hurricane Classic. Still 1 more game left on the schedule tonight. Make sure you stay tuned for that one because it is going to be a doozy as well. You got Springdale Harbor taking on the Charging Wildcats of North Little Rock again following this Jonesboro Pine Bluff game. But halftime of this one, 32-17. We're back with more action here in the third quarter right after this. I win.
Introducing Ritter's new whole home DVR solution, the better way to watch TV. Record up to 6 of your favorite programs at the same time and watch them in up to 5 different rooms throughout your home. Manage your recordings, set parental controls, and more from your smartphone or tablet from the free Follow Me TV app. The best part, equipment starts at only $25 per month when added to an existing TV package. We just revolutionized the way you watch TV. Ritter Communications, right by you.
The holidays are about staying in touch with family, friends, the holiday spirit. Ritter Communications keeps you in touch with fast, reliable internet to power holiday fun on all your family's devices. Connect with newly launched speeds up to 100 meg, backed by friendly local service. This holiday season, stay in touch with a broadband upgrade from Ritter Communications. Always right by you.
Until you've seen how fast it really is, some people's reaction to Ritter's 100 megabit internet might be like, 100 mega, huh? Here's how we describe it. Mega beautiful, mega fast, mega blast, mega party, mega Ritter. There's no end to your online possibilities with up to 100 meg internet speeds. In a word, that means mega fun. If you're not getting your high-speed internet from Ritter, you should. Call 888-336-4466 today. Only from Ritter Communications, right by you.
For your smartphones, tablets, phablets. For the browsers you carry in your trousers. Wowzers! For your big screens and small screens, short screens and tall screens, get speed that screams. From the top of your desk to the palm of your hand, it's the fastest internet speed in the land.
There's no end to your online possibilities with up to 100 meg internet speeds. If you're not getting your internet from Ritter, you should. Call 888-336-4466 today. Ritter Communications, right by you.
Kick off the holiday season on Tubetown. Hubbard and Hope Furniture present live coverage of the 2017 Greater Blytheville Area Chamber of Commerce Christmas Parade. Tune in December 7th at 6:30 p.m. and watch the parade live on Tubetown Channel 21 or on the Tubetown Facebook page. Don't miss the exclusive coverage of the 2017 Greater Blytheville Area Chamber of Commerce Christmas Parade presented by Hubbard and Hope Furniture and sponsored in part by these local businesses.
With so many many great mega services available from Ritter Communications, it's hard to pick just one. Save a bundle with bundled services. Talk as much as you want, when you want, with unlimited long distance. Get the speed you need with up to 15, 30, 50, and even 100 megabits per second internet. Enjoy online bill pay and protect all your online data and devices with Tech Home and Guardware. With so many choices, options, and savings from Ritter, all you can say is, wow! Mega services, mega savings. That's Mega Ritter.
Welcome back to Don Riggs Hurricane Gym here on the campus of Jonesboro High School. We're here at Barry Pruitt Court for the Barry Pruitt Hurricane Classic. We are all set to start the third quarter between Jonesboro and Pine Bluff. Jonesboro leading this one after the halftime break, 32-17. Wes, we thought we had a pretty close one on our hands to start it out, 14-11, the score at the end of the first quarter, and now here we are 2 quarters in, and Jonesboro just kind of putting a hurting on Pine Bluff.
Yeah, they outscored the Zebras by 12 in that second quarter. So, and that, that's going to be a big difference in the game right there.
Again, looking at the stat sheet, Desi Sills leading the way for Jonesboro, 8 points, all coming in that second quarter. Got a handful of assists as well. I think I'll go ahead and credit him with 5 assists at least. I know he's got at least 3. One including a massive dunk there from Kyle Moore that we saw earlier there in the second quarter.
And the Zebras just now came back out onto the court.
Coach Billy Dixon definitely not happy about that 18-6 quarter his team just had. Jonesboro starting the third with Sills, Hudson, Aycock, Moore, and Williams on the floor. For the Zebras, it'll be Morris, Tiller, Harris, Thorne, and Higgins. Martin also out on the floor there for the Zebras. Sills in the corner, 3-point shot. Had plenty of time, just couldn't drop it in. Harris comes down with a rebound. Harris Martin. So Higgins into the front court, still scoreless. Looking around back for Higgins. He wants to drive with it.
Winner of this game tomorrow will play for the championship. We'll play the winner of Harbor and North Little Rock. The loser will play in the third place consolation game against the loser of that next game.
Zebras are just trying to find an open shot here. They've held it for about 30 seconds, looking for that open shot. Haven't been able to find it. Kendrick Thorne, their leading scorer, is going to try to make something happen with it. Goes up, has it swatted back. Kyle Moore comes down with it. Ahead to Hudson. Hudson ahead to Williams. Wide open. He'll slap it off the backboard for the first points here in the third quarter. Blayton Williams now with 8 in the ball game. And the Zebras taking it no time to push it up. Harris Martin thinking about that 3 over there. Now Thorne with it. See if they can continue to stifle the Zebras' offense.
Hurricane are in a man-to-man defense right now, but only the guards are coming out.
Shot from the free throw line from Thorne, off the mark. Aycock chasing down the rebound, can't get it. He and a Zebra take a spill to the court. Shot no good, and trying to go for the rebound here. A foul is going to be called against Jonesboro. Looks like they're going to get Kyle Moore. Yeah, number 2 on Moore. Taking a look there on the replay there. You saw it right there at the end of that rebound. Moore just a little push in the back. 3-point shot on the way for the Zebras. No good. Aycock comes down with it. Oh, and a little miscommunication there between he and Sills. Quarterback thought his wide receiver was going to run a go route there, and he ended up running a little stutter route. Overthrew him. There's the inbound. Tiller. Shot is off the mark. Sills fighting for the rebound. Goes out of bounds in the corner, and it should be last touch by Sills. We'll see what they say. Yeah, they're going to say it stays here with Pine Bluff. 2 minutes gone by here in the third. Only 1 basket scored, coming from Blayton Williams of Jonesboro. Now Tony Hudson nearly came up with a turnover there. Thorne to the 3-point line, can't hit it.
He's only 1 for 5 for the night from behind the arc, Andy.
Jonesboro pushes it ahead. Tony Hudson leaves it for Sills, and Sills with the alley-oop. Hallelujah, holler back. Oh, my.
And here come the hog calls.
You won't get as electrifying as a play as you will see there all night long.
And
might get another one here.
Nice job by Moore to pop that ball out.
Hudson, Blayton Williams in the corner. Now Aycock up top for three. Left him wide open and he'll drain it. Yes, sir. 7 points now to come out of the locker room in the opening 3 minutes here for Jonesboro, and I think the roof is about to come off here.
I'm thinking Coach Dixon needs a 20-second time or 30-second timeout, and he's calling it right now.
39-17, 5:01 left to play in the third. Couple of quick baskets and a triple from A.J. Aycock. But check out this alley-oop. Yes, sir.
And you know Coach Anderson is going to love that up on the hill next year.
Too easy.
And then here comes Aycock, wide open three, drains it.
Cannot leave the big man alone behind the three-point lines. So Coach Swift giving his team a little bit of a breather here, a little bit of a motivational talk, even though they're up by a ton right here with 5 minutes left to play in the third.
But they know this Zebra team is talented, and they're not going to just, put in all this subs in right now. They're going to go ahead and keep the pressure up here in the third quarter.
They've held the Zebras scoreless so far through the opening 3 minutes. There's a three-point attempt off the mark, fighting for the rebound. Oh, he's going to come up with it. Sills does. 4-on-2 opportunity, and Sills trying to feed it in the corner, threw it off the back of a Zebra. Now here's Higgs. Higgs up and under, way off the mark.
What in the world was that?
And Aycock saving it will throw it off of a Zebra as he falls out of bounds. Oh, and the dog pound letting Higgins hear it right now.
That is a terrible shot selection there by Higgins.
Hudson nearly has it poked loose there by Higgins.
That's when you're trying to make something out of nothing.
Step back jumper, 3-point, no good. Sills with the rebound, goes up strong with it, left-handed. First putback, no good. Second putback will fall. I don't know if I should credit that to Sills or A.J. Aycock. Our man Aaron Lowe's going to say A.J. Aycock, so that's who we'll give it to. And on the other end, is that a 2 or a 3? Just a 2. But the first points here in the third quarter for...
And they give that to Higgins.
On the other end, Hudson will go to the free throw line. 9 points here in the game for Hudson after that. Trying to make it an even 10. Foul's going to go on Darius Morris, number 1 on him, and Kazarian Washington is going to check back into the game. Actually, a lot of new players checking in. DeAdrian White checking back into the game.
Well, we still got one more Zebra to come off. There's 6 on the court.
Tyler Reynolds also out there for Pine Bluff. Hudson with an and one coming up. Knocks it down. Now he's into double digits with 10.
There's going to be a foul.
Oh,
I think it's going to be on the, it's going to be on the Zebras. They're calling that on Tyler Reynolds for, he called it like a charge, but I didn't know he had the ball. But
is it an illegal screen, an illegal pick?
It could have been an illegal pick, a team control foul. Zebras are getting a little frustrated here.
Jonesboro nearly turned it over. It'll go out of bounds. Referee's going to confer. One says it's Jonesboro ball. The other says it's Zebra ball.
He said, okay, you had a better shot at it. I'm going to defer to you. Hurricane ball.
So Hudson to inbound it. There's the screen for Sills. He's going to drive right around the defender. Lost the handles on it. Fell to the court. Didn't get.
There was a timeout. No, Coach Swift asked for a timeout instead of a travel. So it's going to be a full timeout by the Hurricanes.
Good thing Swift was right there by the referee to call that timeout. 44-19, we will step aside for the full timeout. 3:29 remaining here in the third quarter. Jonesboro with a big lead on top of Pine Bluff here in the Barry Pruitt Hurricane Classic.
Kick off the holiday season on Tubetown. Hubbard and Hope Furniture present live coverage of the 2017 Greater Blytheville Area Chamber of Commerce Christmas Parade. Tune in December 7th at 6:30 p.m. and watch the parade live on Tubetown Channel 21 or on the Tubetown Facebook page. Don't miss the exclusive coverage of the 2017 Greater Blytheville Area Chamber of Commerce Christmas Parade presented by Hubbard and Hope Furniture and sponsored in part by these local businesses.
Andy Manus, West Cisco back here with you at Don Riggs Hurricane Gym. Third quarter action between Jonesboro and Pine Bluff, and as you can see there by our score, 44-19, this has been a game that Jonesboro has had well under control since the second quarter. It was only a 3-point ball game after the first 8 minutes. Coach Swift and the black and gold squad have ramped things up just a tad here, Wes.
Yeah, it's been all Hurricanes since after that first quarter. And as you can see on the screen here, we're 5 points away and 3 minutes and 30 seconds away from having a clock runner.
Hudson to inbound it. Gets it out to Williams. Williams looking for Sills. Aycock. Now they get it back out for Williams. Pivot step. Now he's trapped. Gets it out high to Sills. Sills finds Aycock in the corner. He drives baseline. Now good defense being played by the Zebras. They force a turnover. Here comes Higgins bringing it up the floor. Picked up by Williams. He directs a cut, but good defense by Jonesboro. Looking for the cut in the paint there.
Yeah. Nice job there by Aycock to switch on the defender.
Three-pointer off the mark, and you know the dog pound's going to let him hear that. They feed it ahead to Moore, and Moore pushed from behind. Moore tried to feed that off down low. Should have just taken it up, and he'd go to the free throw line. But instead, they'll take it out down low. Second team foul called on Harris Martin. And I believe that's just the third team foul called on Pine Bluff here in the second half. 2:45 remaining. There's the inbound to Moore. Moore missed the alley-oop, and now a 2-on-1 opportunity coming up. Higgins on the right side has it rejected by J.G. Stafford.
I think they're going to get him from behind.
Stafford was playing from in front. I think Tony Hudson.
He called it on right there. Going down.
Yep,
you cannot go down. Cannot go down and expect not to get a foul called.
Yeah, J.G. Stafford picking up number 2 there. Higgins at the free throw line for just the first time tonight. Will drain the first one. 3 points now in the ball game for him. Folks, that is just the third point since the end of the second quarter for Pine Bluff. All 3 of them coming from Caleb Higgins. All 4 of them coming from Caleb Higgins. Almost 2 minutes left here in the third, and 6 minutes gone by out of the halftime break, and the Jonesboro defense has not let up an inch. Stafford picks up his dribble. Hudson is wide open over there in the far corner. Let's see if they can get it to him. Now Sills open down low on the baseline. The double team nearly forced a turnover, but left Sills open here in the corner. He drives from the baseline off the hesitation. Fancy finish at the bucket for Desi Sills.
And the reason there wasn't a backcourt violation called is because the Zebras actually tipped the ball before it went into the backcourt.
4 points here in the quarter for Sills. Give him 12 for the ball game after that basket. They nearly forced a turnover there. There's a shot from just inside the three-point line from Harris Martin. And it doesn't find the bottom of the net. Instead, they push it ahead to J.G. Stafford, does Jonesboro. Now's a three-point shot from Sills. Off the mark from the left elbow. Martin chases down the rebound, and now with a $1:40 left to play here in the third. Let's see if the Zebras can find the bottom of the basket.
Sills 0 for 5 from behind the three-point arc.
Blayton Williams going to get called for a hip check foul there. Higgins driving around him, and Williams just kind of throwing that hip into him just a little bit, bump him off his spot. 1:31 left to play here in the quarter. Inbound goes to White. White will back it up. Now Martin off the pump fake. Leaves it in the corner. Another head fake. Drive baseline. Sidestepping the defender.
Nice block.
Great move and a great block, and the Zebras get it back. Still can't finish. And a great feed down low, too. They just couldn't find the basket. 1:03 left to play here in the quarter. Hudson to the left. Off the screen. Now Williams in the corner for three, and Williams they're just out here having shooting practice tonight. 11 points here for Blayton Williams now. There's a drive from Higgins from the left elbow. Off the mark. Moore goes up to get the rebound.
Higgins is 1 for 10.
Here's Hudson. Hudson tried to slam that one home with authority with one hand. Off the mark. Long rebound goes to Stafford, and now another offensive rebound goes back to the Hurricanes. Stafford with plenty of time to square up, can't hit the triple. And Moore's looking at Coach Swift as he runs back up the court to play defense. Loose ball, they feed it ahead to Moore. Moore one-on-one, bounce pass, and that time Hudson laid off the authority and just kind of laid it in softly.
Yeah, and that's what he needed to do right there. You don't need to show off on that. Just get the points.
There's a shot at the end of the buzzer. And we're headed to the fourth, folks. A 30-point ball game.
We're going to have a clock runner for the fourth.
51-21 after that layup from Tony Hudson to give him his 12th point of the ball game. And Jonesboro has got this one wide open. We're headed to the fourth here on Tubetown. Get ahead to Moore.
Introducing Ritter Home Security. Ritter takes care of protecting what's most important to you, from threats like unwelcome visitors and fire, to making your life easier by putting the control of your home at your fingertips. Use the free app to shut the garage, lock the door, turn off lights, arm the system, and more. You can even turn back the thermostat to help save money on your energy bill. Plus, get a snapshot when your kids get home. It's smart, beautiful, convenient, and ready for your busy life. Ritter Home Security.
Andy Maness and West Cisco welcome you back to the fourth quarter between Jonesboro and Pine Bluff. The Hurricane running away with this one. It is a 30-point ball game, 51-21, and still 8 more minutes left to play in this one. And not too far away from turbo clock there, Wes, is
it's there.
We're getting ready to start.
30 points start the fourth. We're going to.
We're there.
We're there. So.
Well, how about that?
And at halftime, Greenwood Bulldogs are leading the Pine Bluff Zebras in the 6A state championship game, 31-14.
Pine Bluff starting the fourth quarter with the basketball. Thorne back into the game for the Zebra. Working around to Higgins. Now Thorne with it on the left elbow. Lonnie Walker into the game. There's Thorne just inside the three-point line. Off the mark, no good. Rebound goes back to the Zebras. There's Thorne. Hesitation. Shot from just outside the paint, no good. Tony Hudson trying to get the rebound and take it up the floor, and it'll go out of bounds. Last touched by Jonesboro, so. No, they're going to say it's. No, I had it right. I had it right.
Don't second guess yourself.
J.G. Stafford's trying to get away with a quick one there.
Thorne is 2 for 11 from two-point range, 1 for 5 from behind the arc.
And are you ready for this? He's the leading scorer for the Zebras with 7 points.
And there's an air ball.
They feed it ahead to Sills. Sills is going to drive. Can't finish, but he is fouled. And beg your pardon, that was Tony Hudson on the drive there. He'll go to the free throw line now after the foul. 6:50 and counting. We're in turbo clock mode, folks. Foul is going to go against
Logan Smith, number 30.
First one for him. Hudson draining the first one. There's a look at the foul that just happened. I'm glad Hudson's okay. Kind of rolled his ankle a little bit there at the end of that.
Hudson will be checking out. Looks like Chris Rufus is checking in for the Hurricane.
Checking in for the Hurricane, number 15, Chris
Rufus will send Tony Hudson to the bench with 14 points on the night after those 2 free throws. Jonesboro has only allowed 4 points since halftime. Unbelievable.
At halftime at the last game at the Cotton Patch, Rivercrest is up on McGee 6-0.
You're back at Don Riggs. It'll be Logan Smith heading to the free throw line to shoot an and-one opportunity. He had the wide open three-point look there, but just decided to drive instead, and there's a little foul there from J.G. Stafford. Colton Rogers will check out of the game.
Terrius Sandlin, number 24, checks in.
Free throws off the mark, can't hit the and one. And it's Washington who pushes it ahead to Danny Boykins. Boykins double teamed at the timeline. Barely got that one away to Rufus. Rufus will drive, shot from just inside the free throw line, off the mark. Rebound goes to the Zebras. Thorne pulls up, got it from free throw range.
So
not a bad move.
Hurricane is going to advance to the championship game. Start about 4:30 tomorrow as Boykins misses a 3, while the Zebras will play the game right before that. There's going to be an offensive foul.
Strong spin move there from Kendrick Thorne. Ran right into Chris Rufus. Man, Rufus probably got his bell rung a little bit there, but great job standing his ground, keeping his feet planted. Wholesale substitutions coming in here for Jonesboro. Big Kevin Pointer in the game. Shamari Milton. Now Pointer with it in the left corner. Behind his back, he's going to drive. Can't finish it. This place would have erupted. He put that ball on the floor behind his back and shook the defender, and this place nearly lost it. Kevin Pointer, obviously a fan favorite here at Don Riggs. And he is one heck of a defensive lineman, let me tell you that. Off the mark on his first free throw shot. There was the move. Nearly got the finish, too. You saw the fans come out of their seats. He'll get the second. And a big round of applause for big Kevin Pointer. Again, he was a beast on that defensive line for Jonesboro. 3-point shot from Thorne. Off the mark. And the rebound will go to Pine Bluff. 2:40 and counting. Again, stay tuned for the game immediately following this one. Springdale Harbor and North Little Rock. That one is going to be a fun one to cover. And Wes, I was telling you before this game started, I was standing down on the floor when North Little Rock arrived here at Don Riggs, and every one of them walked by me. And I don't consider myself to be short at all, but those guys were tall. Every one of them was taller than I was, and I was kind of looking up at them saying, hey, guys, how you doing?
That's 7A basketball for you. And also, don't forget that in between games, we're going to have the NEA Sports Basketball Preview Show to get you set to come back.
Zebras have had 4 looks down there, and they can't finish. Harris Martin can't finish again. Another look. There it is. Finally a 3-point shot knocked down, and Charles Harris with his first points of the game. Down to 1:30.
I'm going to miss calling this action with you tomorrow.
Yeah, going to be a lot of fun games tomorrow. There's a shot. Kevin Pointer on the rebound. Can't get it. Put back. Second shot attempt, no good. Pointer getting a third look. Got his own rebound. A fourth look. Can't get that one either. And this place is on their feet. They want Kevin Pointer to score.
The Dog Pound was ready to erupt. Just couldn't get the lid off the basket.
Oh, and he took a lick there.
That's going to be a blocking foul.
I think Harris Martin probably felt that one a little bit more than Kevin Pointer did. That's what Kevin Pointer is used to doing.
He was falling backwards 3 steps before Martin got to him. You know, there's an art to that. I used to be able to do that when I played and get the calls.
Well, you think Kevin Pointer would just be able to stand there. I don't know what he was leaning back for. Clearly would have had the advantage there. Martin will drop in the second one, missed the first one. 7 seconds remaining here in the ball game. Turbo clock, inbound pass out of bounds. 2 seconds left.
And this is over.
That's all she wrote, folks. 54 to 29, the final. Only 3 points there in the third quarter for Jonesboro, but they didn't need them.
No, they didn't need them whatsoever.
Super turbo clock there at the end of the game there for Jonesboro, and man, what a game for them. 14 points on the night for Tony Hudson, 12 points for future Razorback Desi Sills, 11 for Blayton Williams, 3 starters in double digits for Coach Wes Swift, 5 points for A.J. Aycott, 4 points apiece for Kyle Moore and Lamar Washington, and 3 points for J.T. Stafford as he knocks him down behind the three-point line. For Kendrick Thorne, he was their leading scorer for Pine Bluff, 9 points on the evening for him. 6 points for Caleb Higgins, 3 for Justin Tiller, 4 for Harris Martin, 3 for Charles Harris, 4 for Kazarian Washington, and 2 for Logan Smith. And again, West Jonesboro going to be in the championship game tomorrow.
Tomorrow at 4:30, they're going to play the winner of North Little Rock and Southside, and Harbor, and that's coming up next here on Tubetown.
That's right. Coming up next, we'll have that one. Don't change that dial. Stick with us on Facebook Live. We're back with more here in just a little bit.